Rise and shine, everybody. It's time to wake and bake with Craig Reed and Griff Martin.
Hello there, this is Alan Collins, and you're listening to the
STONED Roadie Show. Wake and bake, yeah. Friday, December 27th, 2 days after Christmas. Wake and bake, yeah. It's it's a STONED Roadie Show podcast number 264. Wake and Bake the Morning Buzz episode 137. Action. Alrighty then, and welcome, STONED Roadie Nation. And if this is your first time turning into the STONED Roadie Show, my name's Craig Reed, aka the STONED Roadie, and I normally have a co-host with me, the rocket scientist Griff Martin, or the lovely Kathy Ghazi on special occasions, like this coming up this New Year's Eve. Yeah, Kathy, she was just here on our Christmas show here a couple of days ago, and she's going to come back, and we're going to do a New Year's Eve show here on New Year's Eve, of course. And yeah, then I'll be back on Monday morning. This coming Monday morning, I'll be here for another edition of the STONED Roadie Show here at the STONED Roadie Studios. And yeah, and then the next day is New Year's Eve, and then after that, I expect the rocket science Griff Martin will be back with me. That's what he says. Anyways, we'll have to see when he comes back. But yeah, looking forward to it. These have been a little strenuous on me. This particular one, this was like one of them where you kind of think maybe you shouldn't get out of bed and leave the house. That's like what doing this podcast was like. I should have just stayed in bed. Anyways, that's the way I feel about it. But I'm gonna give it my best. I'll be 74 next month, and man, I still think my mind still thinks I'm a partying young teenager. but my body says, "Oh, au contraire, oh, mon frere. You're a old man." Yeah, and sometimes these holidays, they kind of linger with me for like a couple days afterward. But yeah, we're gonna give this an attempt. I'm like, I hate to be redundant, but I keep saying, I'm not qualified to do a podcast, but oh, I seem to be the only one that was around back in them the old Skinner days. It's kind of ready, willing, and able. I don't know about able or ready or whatever, but I'm gonna try. I've been pulling these off here the last. While Griff's been on vacation, it's been a little rough, but yeah, I talked to Kathy Godzi, and I asked her. Well, I talk to her quite often, but I just talked to her a little bit ago and earlier, should I say. And it was just getting dark there in New Jersey. I asked her if she's seen any drones, and well, she said she didn't see any drones, but she seemed to be looking at one of them orbs, them lights that just kind of sit there in the sky. She said, don't know what else it could be. There was only one of them. But she said there's not another star in the sky. They all come out at once, don't they? And but there was just one, and it wasn't twinkling or nothing, but it was definitely there. But she took a picture of it and sent it to me. But she doesn't have a camera that's equipped for taking pictures of, high definition. I guess that's what you call them, pictures of those drones, so that you can actually see what's inside them. So, yeah, I've been kind of interested. I don't know if any of y'all are kind of camera buffs like I'm a little bit of one, but I've been eyeing one of those Nikon P1000 cameras that you're supposed to be able to take real good pictures of the moon that's supposed to be 286,000 miles away or something like that. And this Nikon P1000 seems to get a real good image of them. Now, I went out a couple years ago. I took a notion that I wanted to get a good telescope, so I was looking through Facebook Marketplace and found this really nice Meade light switch telescope. And you just kind of take it outside and just turn it on, and it kind of looks up in the sky and looks at all the stars and figures out where it is, and then you tell it what you want to look at, and it takes you right there. And I fiddled around with it and everything, but I never have taken it outside and used it to its full extent. I've fiddled around with it a little bit. Man, this guy, it was kind of handicapped, and this thing is it's kind of big and heavy to lug around, and that's why he said he was getting rid of it. It was just too much for him to put up and down and lug around and stuff. And he had all these boxes. He was kind of a astronomer freak at one time, I guess. But yeah, he had a whole collection of stuff. I bought his whole collection, and I haven't even used this stuff yet. But yeah, this Nikon camera, yeah, I can just put it up on a tripod and go outside and just zoom right in, and yeah, and then I can use the telescope to tell me where everything else is. All those planets are supposed to be inside of this firmament. I don't know. I'm kind of curious about all this stuff that's going on. It's like down there in this Antarctica. There's this big controversy whether the sun is going to be up all day down there or not, because I don't know which way it goes, but I guess that they're trying to say that the sun is staying up there all day or whatever, and oh God, back in the 1800s, there's documentation, because that's how long we've been going down there, that this time of the year it's dark all day long, and I didn't know about that. I knew the North Pole was dark all day long on December the 21st, starting in December 21st, through the winter, or whatever they call that thing. But I didn't know about the South Pole. But anyways, it's supposed to be dark down there all day, and they're saying it's not. It's light all day or whatever. I don't know, but they're trying to. The spherical earthers are trying to call all the flat earthers crazy. You know, my grandson today said, "Grandpa, do you think there's a flat Earth?" I says, "Tanner, I don't know, man. You know, but I think it's awful peculiar that here we are in 2024, and that question even exists. You know, I mean, that seems kind of odd, don't it? Because you go, well, there's pictures of the Earth from the moon. No, there's not either. Even NASA will tell you those aren't the right pictures. So, yeah, something's pretty odd. I think even the rocket scientist doesn't think we even went to the moon anymore. He's the one that sent all them shuttles up there. So, who knows what's going on? They've got a lot of people buffaloed. Well, they've been lying to us. Everybody knows that. If you don't know that, you're just asleep at the wheel or whatever. But what else? I write some notes down here. Well, I don't write them down. I kind of copy them in here. Whatever I do, I don't know. Yeah, that up here. I don't know. Did I mention? I don't remember if I talked about this on the podcast with Kathy on Christmas or not, but somehow the subject come up. Oh yeah, because I was talking about the situation with Randall Hall, and he seems to be having a hard time of making ends meet, because he's had this problem with his shoulder for a long time, and he's got to have surgery on it here. And I heard that he could really use some financial help here with these just to help him get, to survive, He's been a musician his whole life. I don't think he's really ever worked a job. He's always made money playing his guitar, and now all this stuff has come down on him, and he's having a little bit of trouble. So, like I said before, I heard about this, and right away I got this. Somebody I kind of saw in my notes here. I was looking for the word what I was looking for, and I guess that was premonition, or I guess premonition. I don't know what it is, but whatever. But yeah, I got this vision or feeling that Alan was communicating with me, and he wanted to borrow $100 off of me so he could donate it to we're taking up a little fund for Randall here on the STONED Roadie show. And if you want to write checks for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks or whatever, I mean, it sucks. This is so close to Christmas, and y'all are waking up this morning figuring out how you're going to pay for all that damn stuff you get. So, yeah, I'm not gonna beat a horse or this, because I don't like to collect people for money, but I put in $100 for Alan. I think Alan would want to be in on this. It's kind of funny, because Alan used to have a saying. He used to say, Before you get one thin dime from me, you have to be stone blind and can't see. You'd have to swim the Atlantic Ocean and not drown, and drink 6 buckets of cat piss and not frown, and pull a baby elephant up out of the gutter and look up a country cow's ass and tell the town folk the price of butter, and then cut your hands off above your wrist and still wiggle your fingers just like this, you know. That's an old Alan Collins saying. But yeah, so yeah, and then coincidentally, somebody wrote me an email. Javier Medina. He said, "Hey Craig, hello Craig. It's been a long time since I last spoke with you to you via email, but you'd be glad to know that I continue to watch the podcast. I was watching that Christmas special episode you posted today, and I heard you mention a dream or a message you received from Alan via the spiritual connection. And I got to tell you, I had a dream about Alan a few days ago. Now, mind you, I never met the man in my life, but for some reason, I found myself hanging over at his house, or whatever it seemed to be his place. And we were hanging out talking about music at first, but then the conversation moved on towards personal stuff. And I kid you not, his advice to me was not to worry about anything, that the most important thing in the world was to make sure you, your friends and family are doing well. Everything else did not matter. My answer to him was, well, you are not crazy but you are not as crazy as some people say you are. He laughed and I woke up. Fucking surreal, man. I'm putting something together he's going to send me for something. But Alan, in case you're wondering or anything know about the stencil that Alan had on his guitar, it said on the back of his Explorer, he had it on one of those things they used to click out a piece of tape, and it said, my dream is to see all my all of my people happy. That would mean everything. That would mean everyone is living well, and that's all that matters. So that's what on the back of his guitar. And I was telling Chad about that, my son Chad, and he goes, "Yeah, remember when you had that tape machine down there at the office, and you used to yell at me because you could quit wasting all my tape on that stencil machine. We had that stencil thing to stencil stuff on equipment and stuff, and Chad would sit down there and make stupid stuff up. But he said you're the one that made that sticker on for the back of Alan's Explorer, you know. But I just can't see that. Alan did stuff himself. He wouldn't ask me to do that for him. He would do something like that himself, you know. So I can't see me doing that and putting that on his guitar. But yeah, that's something Alan would have done himself. But I forgot all about that where that stencil gun and the thing for Alan's guitar came from. But yeah, that was from the thing I had down there at the office, and that was during Rustin and Collins. And oh, Andreas Haas. I'm using your clipboard you sent me here. Yeah. He donated $100 here last week. And Denise Soares sent in $50, another $50. She wants that to go to Gene Odom. So thank you, Denise. That'll be go to Gene. He could sure use that these days. And let me see what else I got here. I'm all discombobulated here. Tried to get it together, but I'm not very together today or tomorrow or the next day or whenever. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. Oh boy. Like I said, I could pause these and stuff, but it's just like I just kind of pretend, you're right with me here at Stone Roadie Studios, and you're just, sitting here and we're just jibber jabbering, and it's kind of doing this live on digital tape for 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 y'all to look at here in a couple of hours after I get it edited. I'm gonna have to hurry up and get this one out. It's getting late. I always wait till the last second to do these. What do they call that when people wait till the last second? Like Christmas shopping? Oh, there's a word for it. I have a hard time finding words sometimes because of that brain damage I have. Happens a lot. Plus, hell, I'll be 74 years old here next month. I'm lucky to be alive. Cousin Figel bought me a whole stack of these red bandanas here. And I said I was going to call him Cousin Figel. I still haven't called you yet. I suppose you're the one that's bought these. You're always buying me stuff like that. But yeah, I need to call you. And I think we got some. I think that's the first question on here, from what I remember, about Cousin Figel. Yeah, Patricia Lynn. Yes, we'd love to see Cousin Figel next come on the Stone Roadie show. Yeah, we got a lot of people. We got a lot of quite a few guests we got coming up here coming up real soon. Guess Derek Hess is coming on, and let me see who else. Oh, Jacksonville Slim. Oh God, what's his real name? I feel embarrassed. Oh man, I know it. It's right here on the tip of my tongue. I can't stand that. Anyways, whatever. And oh well, okay, whatever. Lots of different people. Anyways, you just have to take my word for it. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, pick it up here, Craig. You're putting people to sleep. Oh, we were talking about Linda Blair. Joe Muller wrote us something about Linda Blair. He said, I recently read that girl who played Buffy in the TV series Family Affair wanted to star in the role for the Exorcist movie, but lost out to Linda Blair. She got depressed and used all her royalty money from the show when she received a lump payment for $200,000 from her mother. She unfortunately went and threw a wild party, drug spree, uh, in a spree and died in 19. Huh? Oh, I guess he's saying the girl from Buffy's the family thing. Okay, I don't read these before, so I'm kind of She received 200,000, and then she unfortunately flew off and died in 1976 at the age of 18. I only mentioned this because Skynyrd was friends with Linda Blair at one time. I guess, I don't know. I don't know, sorry. Sorry I got that one confused. I should probably read these before going live. Kimmy wrote, you never know. You never really know. How do you really know? Dreams I'll never see. Joseph Yema. Great show, Christmas, Kathy and Craig. Well, thanks. Sorry. You'll only have to put up with me doing these for just one more this coming Monday. I'll do one by myself. And I'll try to make it better, but I know this one's going to suck, but I wasn't prepared, and I'm just kind of a little bit still under the weather. But, you know, that's just the way it goes. Oh, boy. Let me change my thing here. Getting tired of looking at that one. Oh, boy. I think I've ever used that one. Oh, there you go. All right. Round two. Reverend Randall. Now we know how Craig was tough enough to survive the plane crash. With all the older sisters, you better be a tough one. Wearing those hands-me-downs through school, all the guys giving you a bad time, and having to whoop butt to defend yourself. No, that wasn't the case. I was a spoiled little brat. I had toys out the butthole. I had all new, Christmas. I was looking for my Christmas albums. I was covered in wrapping paper. As 6 sisters, they all worked and they all bought me stuff. And oh yeah, I was a spoiled little son of a bitch. Yeah, that's what's wrong with me. Cheesehead. Tried to listen to at the podcast. Tried to listen at double speed. Craig was fine, but I couldn't understand Kathy, so I had to slow it back down. Oh God, yeah. Susan Matters. You definitely have a voice for radio. Yeah. Yeah, I've been told I have a voice for radio, but I don't have a brain for radio. You gotta have both of them, and unfortunately, I got too much brain damage to actually do these. I've tried to do radio shows. I went up and did radio shows at a place called Karma up in Kent, internet radio show, and God, we set up. Me and Alistair Crawley. We would drink a whole bottle of Crown Royal during a 4-hour radio show. Oh my God, it's a wonder I didn't get arrested on the way home from those. My God. That was rough. Yeah, I did 4-hour shows up there with him. Did them every once in a while. Susan Masters again. Great show. Always love when you're on with Kathy. You keep things moving and on point. I hope everyone had a good Christmas. Yeah, I hope everybody had a good Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas. I haven't celebrated Christmas for 10 years, since 2014, since after my last divorce. I haven't celebrated Christmas. I got all kind of Christmas decorations up in the attic from generations. I just don't mess with it. L.S. Freebird, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Yeah, thanks, Andreas House. I'm loving your clipboard here. I'm keeping all my stuff in order. Appreciate it, Andreas. He's from Germany. He's got a some kind of fire testing company over there, from what I gather. Winslow Red Cross. Thank you for the Christmas show, Craig and Kathy. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. John X9X2. Many of my relatives are in Akron, via West Virginia. Oh yeah, Akron's a capital of West Virginia, I think. Everybody came up here to work in the rubber shops. In case you didn't know, Akron used to be the rubber capital of the world. All the Goodyear, Firestone, all the factories were here. Goodyear still has their corporate offices here. I think they still build racing tires, but yeah, that's it. I think they build motorcycle racing tires down there at somewhere down there. I know somebody that builds motorcycle racing tires down there. I don't know what company it is. Bunch of my friends retired from being tire builders at Goodyear. Oh yeah. Oh, let me see, where am I at here? Bobby Road, Merry Christmas, Craig and Kathy. Or Kathy and Craig, I'm sorry. Hope Santa treated you both well. Love when you're on the show, Kathy. Been a fan of the Stone Roadie show since the very beginning. Haven't missed one yet. Some I've even seen twice. Like, share, subscribe. I hope I help. It helps the podcast tremendously. Well, thank you, Bobby. Bobby Road. Brian Madison, Merry Christmas, Craig and Kathy. Well, thank you. I don't know what I would do doing these podcasts if you guys didn't write comments, because I wouldn't know what the heck to talk about, except to talk about the drones and the obesity problem in the United States. Oh, you know what I heard today? They did that since 2000 and whenever that thing came out, they did 96% of the people that expired in the UK were those that got the poke, and 6% of the people that died that expired in the UK were people that did not get the poke. So yeah, that's pretty peculiar, isn't it? What's it been, a couple years? That's what they said. That's about what the time release was going to be on that thing. I don't know. I'm just talking like a man with a paper asshole. Okay. Okay, that's that stage. Theodore Skinner, great show. Billy N6Y, a very Merry Christmas to you and Kathy and all the listeners. Billy, thank you, Craig, for helping those you do. Thanks, Craig and Kathy. Michelle Lovett, very Merry Christmas. Craig, Jeff, HX, see, Craig, stay off the Banshee. You're going to break your neck. We can't watch the Stone Roadie podcast without the Stone Roadie. Yeah. I was just talking to that. Somebody asked me about my Banshee at the party, and I goes, yeah, I don't ride it much in the summertime anymore. Dang front wheels don't want to stay on the ground, but I like riding it in the wintertime and doing drifting around in the snow, drifting through the snow. Brian, Craig, the Bible has been proven over and over again. They have even found where Noah's Ark has landed. And it was where the Bible said it landed. I'll try to find the link and send you, Craig. One more thing. Everybody has a soul, but the Bible says distinguishing between spirits, meaning evil spirits and good spirits. The evil spirits are the ones that you are saying don't have souls, but they indeed do have a soul. They just have a evil soul. Huh. Well, Roseanne Barr says they don't have a soul, so I don't get all my advice from Roseanne Barr, though. But FYI. Jeff. Well, he just says he's been bidding on that $50 one. Yep, I've been bidding on that $50 4 days ago. I was just asking you to sign a stage photo to sell me. Oh, that's one okay. Brian, the word you are looking for, Craig, is premonition. Yeah. What was I saying? Premonition. Yeah, that's not what I was saying, was it? Huh. Well, I'll tell you. Brian, I would love to see Cousin Figel come on the show. Yeah, he don't want to come on for some reason. He said he'd have to put a bag on his head. I said, hell, that'd even make it more interesting, having the... In my opinion. I think I need another hit. Sorry about that. Huh. Sorry about that. Oh boy. Sorry. This will be, you'll have to put up with another one of these. If you watch them all, Griff will be back here pretty soon. Well, Kathy Gaza will be here Tuesday, but I'll be back here by myself on Monday, I guess, if I'm still alive. All right. Oh, Homer Hancock. Hey, Ben at everything 52, 50, 55. Don't despair. I don't know who that guy is. I believe you. I've seen ones when I lived in California in '95. I don't know what he's talking about. When I moved to oh, he's talking about sightings. That was the history of sightings. And I moved to Valda to Georgia, my hometown. I started seeing some August of 2023, but they were really high up there. But I couldn't still tell they were stars or planes. Helos, but now they have come and down lower and yeah. Yeah, they're seeing them. They're seeing them off the coast of New Jersey, out in the middle of the ocean. There's a bunch of them out there. So that camera I'm getting, man, I'll be able to take good pictures of them. The only trouble is that there ain't none of those doggone orbs over here in Ohio. Yeah. But so, oh well, at least I can take pictures of planets. That's that Nikon I'm talking about, the Nikon P1000. Guy's taking pictures of Saturn with that damn camera. It's crazy. Yeah, they quit making that camera for some reason. That's why I bought it. I figured it's going to be an investment one of these days. Yeah, they quit making them because people were in Michigan. I guess it's Michigan there, and they were taking pictures across Lake Michigan, taking pictures of Chicago all the way across Lake Michigan with this camera. And if the Earth is spherical, that would be impossible because it's far enough away that the curve would not let you take a picture straight across. But they were with this camera, they were taking pictures all the way across Lake Michigan of Chicago. And then, yeah, all of a sudden they quit making these cameras. So that's awful peculiar. But I got me one. It'll be here the 30th. I'll go, oh boy, I'll have to show you some pictures if I can find something to take a picture of. Okay, back to the show. Brian G. Someday Craig is going to find a bunch of home movies that's got all the band Christmas and Halloween, Thanksgiving, or some behind the stage footage that he has forgotten about and has in a secret hiding place that he's forgotten. And it would be called Craig Reed The Lost Films. I don't think I have anything that I actually haven't seen yet. I have, when we were in Japan with the tribute tour, Oh, I forget who was. I think Mike Estes was in the band. I think I had one of those video cameras, and in Japan, the whole Japanese tour, I set up a 8 millimeter handy cam or whatever those things, the little cassette tape things, out at the soundboard. I'd set it up before the show started, and then after the show was over, I'd go get the camera out at the soundboard and take a picture of all the Japanese people going, oi, 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 Lynyrd Skynyrd, oi, oi, oi. They're kind of amusing. Yeah, I've got that. I got the whole Japanese tour on tape, all the shows. Yeah. Nobody's ever seen those. Hell, I've never seen them. Might be interesting one of these days to look back at those. I forget who was in the band. I think it was Randall and Ed, or no, not Randall. Maybe, I don't remember. Kimmy. Well, Griff, it's the lithium they want in the mountains of North Carolina. Yeah, I think we know that. All right, there's another page. Rock on. Man, I've always felt no matter if it would be Elvis Presley or the latest hit maker on the current charts, if I get depressed, I will disrespect them right looking back. I live till I die, but that man I don't like for the trouble I will give. I will die before I back down from it unless it means I go to jail again. LOL. So come on, everybody, be nice and get what you give Mr. and Mrs. Rich and Famous. Okay. Like I said, I don't read these before I do them. Jeff, did Skynyrd fellas have problem with the fans knocking on their doors or ringing the security gate buzzers? And if so, were they cool about it? That's kind of why Gary and Dale left. There was all the time people stopping, but it was wasn't strangers. It was people that Gary knew that everybody had drugs and alcohol. It wasn't strangers, but yeah, it was kind of a problem at times. Yeah, because they figured, if they stopped over there with whiskey or cocaine or some kind of a drug, that they would be welcomed with open arms. But that shit gets old after a while, man. You got to take a break after a while. Just just like now, I wouldn't welcome any visitors with any special gifts. Oh boy, yeah. Oh boy. I'm sorry. It's taking me so long. But somebody's got to do it. I'm sorry, it's me. Ban everything. In 1970, let me pull these things up here. Maybe I can see them better. In 1973, a blue orb hovered over the truck I was in with my older brother in Louisiana, and we had over 3 hours missing. I guess they got captured. I had another encounter in 1999 while night fishing on the Sabine River with two rectangle shaped ones with 4 square panels of lights on the front of them. Guess he's being spaceships. They appeared and were coming toward me and started sparkling bright lights and disappeared. It was 11 p.m. and I immediately went to the boat dock about a half mile away and arrived after 5 a.m. A lot of even stranger things happened, but nobody would believe me. I'm having trouble seeing these things. Man, I'm even depressing myself reading them. Yeah. I'm not gonna go through any more of these. I'm having a hard time seeing these things. So yeah, I'm gonna call this one. I just can't pull this off today. So sorry about that. My eyes are all blurry. Well, I tried. Dang it. At least I tried. So maybe by Monday I'll be feeling better. So anyways. So there you go. I don't know. Been another edition of the STONED Roadie show, and I guess I'll see you Monday. So happy trails to you until we meet again, and see you later, alligator, and toodaloo. Until the next time on the STONED Roadie show. Later, Gator.
See you later, alligator.